Hey guys, and welcome to the horror room. So, I said originally this was going to be a three-part video, but I think it's probably going to have to be a four-part video. Yeah, because I still got the stuff over here. I got two shelves to go through, and I have some extra stuff on top that I'm going to include with some of the Alien and Predator NECA stuff that I'm going to show eventually. But we're not here to talk about that today. We're getting into the good stuff, the meat. You'd think I would save this for last, but I'm going to spoil you guys right away. So we're going to get to some of my absolute favorite ultimates. You should probably already know what that is if you know me. But let's get to a few of the shoot-off ones right now. First off, we have the original Ultimate Ghostface figure. It comes with the glow-in-the-dark mask. He's got the bloody one, and he's got the kind of aged one. I don't know if this came out around. I don't think it came out around the same time as the newer film. But he's got the voice changer. He's got different knives. He's got a scythe, which is cool. And yes, here's that problem that I was talking about in the last video, where like these little tabs that stick it together, they can kind of come off, and yeah, it's kind of a pain. But this is a pretty solid figure. He does have a cloth robe, which I like. And that's a good thing that they decided to do that, because before this, you see a lot of the figures had like just plastic robe and kind of stuck it in one pose, like the McFarlane one. And NECA, of course, they make their cloth figures, and this is one that I would say benefits from that. Not a lot of them do, in my opinion, and that's why I don't collect those ones. But I would say Ghostface is a pretty solid one if you're looking to get a cloth figure. Then we have the second Ghostface figure that they came out with, which I was really excited for, and that's the Ghostface Inferno. Now again, I'm not a big fan of this packaging with the shiny hollow foil type thing. But then you open it up, and you get not only his classic mask, you get the chrome mask, you get the devil mask, and you get another aged mask, which this one did come out close to the newer films. But you get like a pitchfork, you get a flamethrower. All in all, I'm just glad they got the devil and the chrome mask in here. Another mask that I'm surprised that they didn't try to do is the Was Up mask, but again, probably licensing. And I really love the skeleton Ghostface mask, if you know what I'm talking about. It's like a grinning skull. It's really creepy, and I would love to see more of that, but that's kind of a harder to find mask when it comes to the old Fun World shriek screaming masks, whatever. Next, we have some figures that I wasn't expecting, but I was very happy that they came out with. But I do have some thoughts and concerns, and that's the Puppet Master figures. First, we have Tunneler and Pinhead. Now they come with this stupid problem where these things are falling off the damn box. Let's see if I can fix it right now. I guess right. Oh gosh, this is a pain. There we go. I guess I'll just put it there. So yeah, so Pinhead comes with a fire poker and a wrench, and Tunneler comes with his pickaxe, some hooks, and some of the rejuvenation juice. So there you got them, and now let's compare this to Ghostface real quick. So Ghostface, of course, is, a standard ultimate size. Let's see if I can do this. And then, of course, you see the puppets are basically half size, which the size comparison is a little weird. Of course, they're not going to make them tiny. That would be very stupid and pointless. But I'm like, why did they make them this weird half size when people would have probably rather had them that size? Look at the old Full Moon figures. Those were regular sized figures. And I still think those figures hold up pretty well. I have a couple of them. And I would actually like to get more of them. Because I opted out of getting the final puppet figure, the Miss Leech one, because it comes with the trunk. And I'm like, why not Totem? Totem's a good puppet. but whatever. And yeah, it didn't stop me from buying these because I was like, hey, they look fantastic for what they are. And I'm also surprised they didn't try to do a 4 scale Blade. I guess that would be kind of weird considering none of their other 4 scales, other than like the Batman Returns figures, have like cloth, and Blade has his coat. I don't know, but we did get Blade and Torch. Was the next one? Or it might have been the first one. I don't know. Blade comes with bloody knife and a bloody face, and then Torch comes with his flame. I will say I do like the way they did Blade. He looks a little different, a little sleeker. The only complaint is it is a plastic coat, which is kind of odd. But I guess they just didn't want to do the fabric like that. And they didn't do Torch. His is not fabric either. None of them are fabric. Which, if they were bigger, they could have benefited from that. But last but not least, we have 6-shooter and Jester. These ones I was very impressed with. The quality on these are fantastic. Jester, of course, comes with his different expressions for his mood. He's got his little meat tenderizer and his Jester scepter. And then 6-shooter, of course, just needs his 6 guns. For the size of these, and they gave 6-shooter can move all 6 of his arms. Now he very awkwardly, he can hold his guns? Wait. Or I think he has gun hands, maybe? I honestly don't know. If the hands for the guns are in there, they're kind of hidden. But whatever. And then on the back they show all the puppets together, but they didn't indicate that they were going to do Mrs. Leach or Miss Leach, whatever. So yeah, they just kind of did that, and I guess if you want the Puppet Master trunk, whatever, it's not big enough to put them all in there, but whatever. Next, we're going to talk about the Halloween Ultimates. Now, I'm going to spoil it for you right now. Surprise! I don't have the Halloween Ends Ultimate because I have no interest whatsoever in that one. Sorry. Halloween's 2018, Laurie Strode. Now, you don't see NECA doing a lot of final girl figures. And this is like old lady Laurie, so it's kind of odd. But, I mean, she's kind of cool. She's got her glasses, her grandma look. She's got her guns, like her musket. She's got a damn musket, basically. I like this figure. It's pretty cool. Who doesn't love Laurie? At least the older Laurie. Not literally the older Laurie, but the original. You get what I'm saying. Then we have the Ultimate Halloween Michael Myers with a light-up pumpkin. This is a great figure. This one I actually took out of the packaging, if you can believe that. You can kind of tell because he's not zip-tied in or whatever. Comes with this hammer, fire poker, knife, the pumpkin, the severed cop head. Now, I don't know why they included 2 masks. They include one where you can't see his eyes and one where you can see his eyes. And I'm like, I guess, you know, me personally, I don't like seeing his eyes. I think that's weird. But they wanted to have the detail of like, oh, look, his one eye is blind from being poked with the coat hanger. Cool, thanks. Halloween Kills. Not a great movie, but you gotta admit, the mask looks awesome. And that's one of the reasons I had to have this figure. It comes with the crushed silver shamrock skeleton head. And again, they did the thing where you can see the eyes, you can't see the eyes. It's not as predominant in this one. Kind of still looks like you can see his eyes, even in the one you're not supposed to. But whatever. You got the light bulb in here. You got old Huckleberry. You got the whatever the hell the fireman's tool is that he kills the fireman with. All in all, this is a fantastic figure. I think I showed him off. There we go. But yeah, his burnt mask, I love it. This is a great figure. And then we have a classic. We have Halloween 2. Which I don't think people were expecting this when this was announced. But it was like, hey, why not? kind of gave us false hope that we were going to get the original. But you got old chunky Michael Myers mask in there. You got the Ben Tramer mask, which is pretty cool. You got the blood tears. You got the syringe. You got the scalpel. You got the classic pumpkin from the intro. And it opens up, as shown on the back, to reveal a skull. That's pretty cool. So, yeah. When we got that, we were like, hey, we're living large. We got that. And then they had the Dr. Loomis Laurie retro cloth figure pack, which, again, not a fan of. But I was like, hey, it's cool. They're putting Dr. Loomis out. Would be nice if we could get one. But you know what? NECA said, you know what? Hey, we got you. We got the Halloween 2 double pack with Loomis and Michael. And this is awesome. This is the best Loomis figure that they've done. They did one way back. It's a The Night He Came Home box set. Honestly, that is one of the worst sets they've ever put out. But back in the day, they didn't do a lot of good sculpting and stuff. The articulation, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But they got the alternate poster with the skull pumpkin. Loomis, you can take his coat off and just put him in his like brown suit. But it's awesome. Look at that. It's a cool-ass Loomis figure. This is another one that I'm very tempted to open just because I'm like, I love Dr. Loomis. It's a great figure. He'd probably look way better next to the Halloween Kills Michael with the burnt shit. Like, oh, I thought I shot you 6 times. Now I'm going to be a bit of a hypocrite. I just been mentioning how I don't like the retro cloth figures. But this one I got because a friend owed me money for a bet. And I said, you know what? If I'm getting it for free, why not? It looks cool. I had to get the Halloween 3 Trick-or-Treaters 3-pack. You gotta love the packaging. It's got the big old silver shamrock logo right on the back. And then it just slides open for convenience. You got that nice, classic catalog look on the back. Like the order this one. And then you get the 3 Trick-or-Treaters in their full costumes. Nice little cloth one for the witch. I mean, you got cloth for all of them. But the cloth one for the witch stands out. I love the skeleton one with the shoes and pumpkin guys just kind of wearing sweats. And you got the little TV with the little dun 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 dun. It's like got the flashing screen if you move it up and down. Dun, 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 dun. Then you got the alternate heads with like the snakes and the worms and the bugs. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. That you get all this, you get different hands. Oh yeah, they do have trick-or-treating bags. They're in there. I think I see them under the TV. So yeah, this is another set that I'm glad to own because, hey, Halloween 3, great movie. So now we're getting on to my favorite figures, but I also have a big problem. And that is my Friday the 13th figures. First off, we have the NES Jason. This is the second edition because the first one was glow-in-the-dark. I do not have the glow-in-the-dark one. But this one has Jason's mother's head, which I don't think the other one did. And this one also used to play music from the NES game. It's a little dusty too. But the battery is messed up. So you open it and it's dead. And that makes me very sad. And I'm probably certain there's no way to get to the battery without opening the box, ruining the box. Plus, by now, there's probably battery acid. But that's such a damn fine looking figure in the box. It's got the "you and your friends are dead, game over," the classic purple look. I mean, if you played the Friday the 13th game, this was one of the great skins that they had available. Next, you have Friday the 13th Part 2. This originally was another box set that NECA did, and it came with the little shrine of his mother's head. And I think it also actually came with a Pamela figure. And it had like the fire and stuff. Now, this one does not come with the shrine, but it does come with her head. And it also comes with the fire pit, comes with the various weapons. You got the masked and unmasked versions. A lot of people say Jason looks pretty spooky in this movie, and I got to say I agree. Whether he's got the sack on his head or he's just like the feral man animal. We're not going to use the words that Ginny used because she's getting canceled today if she said that. But yeah, it's a great figure. I love it. This is one of the other first ones I got because I got the NS one first. I had to. But then you had the Part 3 one, and as much as I hate the holographic boxes, I love the lenticular box here. It's so good. Gives it that nice 3D effect. Then you open it up. And this is another one that I opened, and a lot of the accessories were falling out, so I had to tape them back in. Not the best quality figure, but this is the original release. They did re-release it, and I think they changed a bit of the figure. But you know me, I got to keep my originals. I love them because, I mean, it's the first ones I got. Now, they did improve on that design because they pretty much used the same similar design for the final chapter. He comes with the Pamela Voorhees tombstone. He's got the, hey, Ted, where's the corkscrew? He's got the the cleaver that he puts in old dead fuck's face. He's got the hacksaw that poor Teddy gets in the morgue. I think that's his name, Teddy. Pretty sure. And he's got, his classic hatchet in his machete in his axe. And then he does have the machete wound in his head, and you can put the machete in his head. And they also did a 4-scale figure of this, and the 4-scale one is just as good, if not better, even though it doesn't have as many accessories, but hey. Actually, let me look at that, because that was one thing I didn't... Oh! No, I don't think they do. So that's something that the 4-scale has over this one. This one does not have his split hand, and the 4-scale figure does. So that's kind of weird. Maybe there's one that they re-released, maybe? I don't know. Oh, man. Next, we have the Friday the 13th Part 5 New Beginning Dream Sequence Jason. Now, this is one that nobody was really asking for. And they released this one before the original one. So people were kind of like, is this what we're getting instead? But it was just a nice alternate. You get the Jason with the worms on the mask. You get the poster, like the alternate one, where it's like the really weird old style goalie mask, which I have one right hanging on my wall. And you've got like the watermarked mask minus the worms, and you've also got the bloody cut mask. So it's a pretty cool figure. It's pretty nice. Comes with the Jason Voorhees gravestone. Nice, nice. Yeah. Oh, this one does come with the split hand. Oh, so they said we'll throw it in this one. So you get your split hand for Part 4. Yeah. So they fixed that mistake. Good on you. I never really noticed that, actually. Then you have the actual New Beginning figure, which is, of course, Roy. Good old Roy. You got his blue chevrons. You got his flare. You got the hedge clippers. You got the stick with the rope. Ooh, that scene's brutal. You got the... Is that a meat thermometer? I can't remember. But you got the... You can just slip his mask off and see him as he truly is, which they show right on the back. Good likeness. And then we have the Part 6 figure for Jason Lives. Yeah, this is another good, solid one. He's got his little utility belt with his little darts, which those do not come out. Did I take this one out? Maybe. His gravestone is a little smaller, which I don't know. Maybe that was in the movie. I don't remember. But he comes unmasked with only one head and one mask, so that's kind of disappointing, but they don't really have any alternate looks for him in the movie. He does come with a spear, he comes with his buck knife, and he's got his gloves, his good old garden gloves. Then we got the only Kane Hodder Jason figure that we've gotten so far, which, not gonna lie, is a little disappointing, but they did start with the best one first, and that's the New Blood. Because let's face it, when people think of Kane Hodder Jason, this is the one they think of. Because this is absolute zombie Jason. He's got the broken apart mask. I think he does. Yeah. Well, it's somewhere in there. Maybe it's oh, there it is. I see it. And he's got the bladed like stick weapon. He's got the hedge clipper thing. He's got the scythe. He's got it all. So yeah, it's a nice figure for a movie that had censored kills. Thanks, MPAA. You suck. Next, we have the Freddy versus Jason figure. Now, I don't think I said which one was my favorite. Of course, I love the retro one. I do like the Part 3 one, though. It's a little simple. I love this one, though. The Freddy versus Jason one. It comes with a teddy bear, which is kind of dumb. But he comes with a flame accessory for his sword. For when he's in the cornfield killing everybody. He's got his bloody mask. And he's also got this mask with the scratch marks all over it. So like I said, if you have a good Freddy figure to go with this, I think I said Part 3, but actually now that I'm thinking about it, Part 2's Freddy figure would probably work better with this if you wanted to do a Freddy versus Jason display. And Freddy even snuck in on the back of Jason's box. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good figure, and he's tall. I don't much like his unmasked look for that. Then we have the Friday the 13th remake figure. And my voice cracked. You get the sack head, you get the hockey mask, and you could take it off for his unique look. He's got his machete, he's got the poker. It's not a terrible look. I think it's fine. It does the job. But yeah, unfortunately, the only new Jason figure, which I was going to show that in another video, but I might as well just include it here at the end. You saw me talk about it before, is the Ultimate Pamela Voorhees. It's a very solid figure. I'm very happy to get this because, like I said, the Part 2 figure, the only way to get Pamela back in the day was the box set with her. Or you had the San Diego Comic-Con, I think it was. One of them. With young Jason, it was a retro cloth. That one's insanely priced. But glad to have Pamela Voorhees, but I would love to have the rest of the Kane Hodder Jasons. We need Jason Takes Manhattan. Say what you will about the movie, but the look that he has is great. He's got to have that flying V guitar as an accessory. Then you have Jason Goes to Hell. Again, I hate that fucking movie. Don't get me wrong, but his look in that movie is so cool. Especially if you've seen him unmasked, which they don't do that in the movie. But yeah, he could come with a heart. It'd be cool if they could sneak the Kandarian dagger in there, because that's one of the weapons they use to kill him. And that's an Evil Dead thing. That'd be fun. Maybe one of the little demons that pull him underground, the little tree demons. That'd be cool. And then, of course, you have Jason X. You have the regular Jason. And then you have Uber Jason. So there's 2 more Jasons you could do. Of course, Uber Jason's going to look fantastic if you did him. But yeah, I would just love to see the Jason figure line completed, because honestly, that's the one I'm after. Don't really care about any of the rest to complete them. Like Michael Myers, if they released Halloween H2O Michael, sure, I'll get it out of curiosity maybe. Part 4 or 5, though, probably not. Definitely not Resurrection. That one sucks. So yeah, there you have it. This is part 2 out of 4, I'm guessing, because we've still got a lot to go through. And I know you're like, Jesus Christ, dude. How much have you spent on NECA? It's a problem. So get help, guys. Don't be like me. Definitely, I've slowed down over the years. And trust me, I've sold NECA figures, so I have less than I had. But anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 3. We got some more to go through. A couple more horror figures and a little bit of sci-fi horror. And then we'll see what we do from there. So take care. See you later.